YouTube? It's Will from Will Development, and this is my 214th weekly update. So these updates have got a little interesting ever since I started doing my 2 videos, which come out every Wednesday. I kind of select random times, but it's usually in the morning, like early morning, 1 a.m., 12 a.m., that sort of thing. Just so they're out, and they're out every Wednesday, so be sure to subscribe so you're seeing those. And you'll get a glimpse into my actual training. I wanted to make a little note on that, which I did put a note on this video, and the future videos in the 2 series will be slightly adjusted because of this. It occurred to me that I'm filming essentially one set of one of the exercises I'm performing on a given day. Obviously this is going to be repetitive a lot of times because most of this is just a lot of the big 3 just over and over and over and over and over, you know what I mean? But furthermore, sometimes it looks like I'm only doing like one set of 5 at a certain weight. Normally that's just one of the sets of 5 I've done, or sets of 6 or 8 or however many reps I'm doing. Most of the time I'm doing 3, 5 sets of this particular weight, so I don't want people to get the wrong idea that I'm only like doing one set of 5 of 135. No, I'm doing 3 sets of that, And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll get a feel for that and realize that, because I make a note of that in most of the, captions that I put along with it. But when it comes to these 2 videos, the production, I do enough production value on them. I don't see a need to do more, let's put it that way. I got music, I put the weights listed, that sort of thing. I couldn't think to do much else. Mostly because when I'm training, I don't like to stop and have a fucking photo shoot. You know what I mean? It's just like I'm training, I want to get training done, I want to do it right, and I don't have time to stop and, hey, can you film this every fucking 20 minutes, you know what I mean? So in the future I'll put, one of this, that sort of thing. I'll give a better idea of how many sets I did with X, Y, or Z. And hopefully that'll give you a better idea of what I'm doing, and you'll see what I'm doing and that kind of thing. This week went pretty alright. Tuesday, it was awful, just awful day. I actually left the gym early because I went into squat and I hit 315 once, and I was like, alright, can't keep anything tight, it's not firing, I'm done. I said, let me do some deadlifts. It took me like 3 tries to break 315 off the floor, and I was like, wow, all right. Now, I did sleep like shit Monday night, and I sort of knew that might be the case, but I sort of went through the day feeling okay, but it just caught up with me after I got to the gym. It is what it is. I came back Thursday, and everything went a lot better. And today went very well too, and I'm looking forward to Saturday. I missed last Saturday. I don't know what the hell I was doing right. I went on a little staycation up to Jacksonville last Saturday, but tomorrow I will be probably hitting the yoke. Might do something overhead light with a dumbbell or a log. I haven't decided yet, but I'm definitely going to be hitting yoke because I'm also supposed to be squatting, but that usually doesn't happen on Saturdays because something about Saturdays and squatting just never, ever work out for me. It's probably to do with the fact that it's morning, and I'm just not used to training in the morning. My body doesn't like it. I tried for years to do it, and it never got used to it. I think it's one of those things, kind of like some people need food in their stomach to train. Some people can't train with any food in their stomach or else they're going to throw up. I'm somewhere in the middle where I'm like, if I eat, if I'm totally full, I could do whatever. Or if I'm hungry, but I know I've eaten enough throughout the day, I'm good there too. I'm one of those people. So, I'm looking forward to tomorrow because this week has actually been feeling pretty all right, and I finally got my sleep back in check. It is what it is. So with that in mind, the lesson for the day, I guess the lesson for the week, is always make sure you're getting good sleep. If you're not getting good sleep, don't kill yourself because one training session didn't go the way you thought it should. It's okay. Come back. There's always more time. You have to look at it that way, because if some people recommend you think of it as like a do or die thing, like I've got to hit this weight or else nothing matters. That's a good mentality, but it's not gonna really be for longevity purposes. I'm more interested in putting 5 pounds on the bar for the next 20 years. I want to be 45 and still be lifting and not be in massive amounts of pain. I mean, I'm always in a little bit of pain right now as it is. I think that's just normal. You're always going to be a little sore. This is a little tight, that kind of thing. You get used to that, but, I don't want to be, like, debilitated, like walking hunched over with a limp at 45. I want to be still, I want to be squatting 500 at 45. That'd be cool. So that's why I recommend and why I just personally think it's better to just, today didn't go the way it should have. That's all right. I'll come back tomorrow or the day after and we'll make it up. Kind of another mentality thing that one of my training partners talks about. He talks about like average strength. Your average strength is going to go up. You know what I mean? If you hit a PR of 190 on, or 200 on overhead press, or just the press, you're not going to be able to hit that every single week, most likely, unless you're some sort of freak beast, or you're on a shit ton of drugs. And even then, it's just not going to happen. You just can't go balls to the wall all the time. There's nothing wrong with that, but as long as your average strength has gone up, you know what I mean? It's like, let's say at one point hitting 135 for 5 was a son of a bitch, but now at any time of day, any day of the week, you can hit 135 overhead, no questions asked. You might not be able to hit the 190 or 200 every single day or every week, any time that you want, but your average has gone up. It's like I'm going through a similar thing with squats where, yes, I've hit 420, but I can't do it. I couldn't do it right now if you wanted me to. Because it's just, I have a slight injury I'm working through, but the other part of it is, I used to not even be able to, 315 used to be like, whoa, but now, any day of the week, no matter how I feel, I can hit 315, no questions asked. Whereas, maybe a year ago, I couldn't do that. So my average strength has gone up, along with my maximum, but, I think it's a really good mentality that he talks about, that your average strength is so much more important for the layperson. And I think for anybody in general, it's way more important than your maximum strength all the time. What could you do today? I don't care if you hit a 500-pound deadlift a month ago. Can you do that today? You know what I mean? What could you do right now if I put a gun to your head? That's more important. Or if you put a gun to my head, what could I do today? You know what I mean? I think that's more important. If you don't think it's as important, the most important, if you don't think it's important, then what's your excuse?